Good morning, everybody, and welcome to OptionPit.com, your home for options education and trading. We have our 3-hour class next Saturday on mostly zeroing in on interest rates, how interest rates affect options, interest rate sensitive products, just the easier and more complex methods. Obviously we like simple if we can. Looking at bonds, and also, interest rate sensitive stocks as we move into what looks like interest rate land. Check it out at save $50. Go to our website. Just go to the event tab and you will see it. Speaking of, I think I'm just going to title today "Not Much Left to Rally." Our rally and volatility is kind of over after the non-farm payroll number. It was okay, not great, probably enough to keep the Fed doing whatever it was going to do, and hopefully take the Fed out of the markets for a while. Put us on some interest rate normalization. The bank started to sell off a little this morning, and then it looks like they're kind of stopping after what can only be described as a power move. I think Goldman Sachs is up 10% in not very long. 180 to 220. Let's try 20% or more, 22% since the election. Pretty massive move, as it looks like the ground sort of reshapes for technology. So a couple things is, another one has been kind of the Qs have just been battered. I think there's a trade there. We're going to try to set up some sort of pair with SPY. They just killed it. So it looks like, these are levels now that you really haven't seen since September. Let's go back a little lower. Kind of since sort of the post-Brexit thing. Google off from its highs a lot. Cisco is off from its highs. Amazon didn't have great earnings. Apple off substantially again from its highs. Microsoft, and even take a look at, because this has been the real darling, NVIDIA. It's come back a little bit. I'd like to take a look, and we'll look in there in the chat room today. Just some tech. It is possible you get a kind of a Santa Claus rally in technology stocks. Because at this point, it feels like the banks have run away. Oil has run to their $50 level. The commodities have made a run, and they're kind of, so you have all those, all those areas, sectors were bid, and now things have sort of cooled down a little bit. And we'll see. As far as the vote goes, actually the euro rallied a little bit yesterday. Again, totally sort of, it's been hanging out around here, but whether the vote is good or bad for the euro, maybe it forces to make more positive changes one way or the other, who knows, but it's clear that euro at least isn't selling off prior to, right? It's had its sell-off, and from here, once kind of the rate picture has come into focus, and it hasn't done much since then. And it doesn't look like worries over whatever the vote is pushing it down anymore. So that could all change by Monday, but at least for right now, that's what we got. So looks like a flat day. It looks like, some sort of pin is going to work. And the vol feels like it's starting to come in just a little bit. I thought the referendum would be a little bit more of a factor. It felt like it was a factor only in as much as tech was crashing yesterday. And that's about all we got. So not a hugely exciting day, but just trolling around the bottom, looking for maybe technology not to keep falling apart. All right, everybody, have a good morning.